Hey, what's up? Got an email a couple of days ago from a viewer out of Detroit, Michigan with a question. This viewer really enjoys spinning trance, but the problem is most of the people in this viewer's area are only into hip-hop and R&B. And I don't know how true that really is, but for the purpose of this video, let's go with it. But before we start talking about what to do, let's talk about the different kinds of DJs who are out there. I know there are a lot of different kinds of DJs out there, but when you break it down to the smallest common denominator, what you end up with are two. Hobby DJs. They're playing at home, they're playing whatever they want to play, on whatever equipment they want to play on because they love it. And there's nothing wrong with that. Then you have working DJs. Some are part-time and some are full-time. Some are in radio, some are doing goofy weddings like I do, some are working at clubs, some are playing with bands. There are DJs who actually play with bands. But what most of these DJs have in common is they're playing for their audience, meaning they're playing what their audience wants to hear or what their audience will respond to. Now, we had a conversation with Grandmaster Flash last week, and he was talking about what he likes to do. He likes to go out to like a house club, and then somewhere from left field just hit him with a rock track, just throw some completely weird tune at him that normally wouldn't be played at that club, and sometimes it works. The element of surprise, I do that a lot at weddings. I like to play forgotten hits, stuff that everybody kind of knows, everybody kind of likes, but maybe they forgot about it. Used to do that a lot in the 90s with early 80s pop music, which has become pretty much a staple for a lot of sports bars and weddings now. But back then, it was definitely the element of surprise. Oh, I haven't heard Come On Eileen since 1984. So, used to do a lot of that. But let me talk about a couple other things here real quick. I haven't always been a full-time DJ. I've done a lot of other things. Just to put bread on the table, I've taken jobs that I didn't particularly want to take. I'll tell you about some of them. I was in the car business. I've mentioned that a lot. Oh my God, the car business. What kind of sleazy thing is that? Well, I needed money and they were hiring. I found there were a lot of things about the car business that I enjoyed, and I learned a lot from the car business. I was a property assessor for city government. Those are the people who put value on properties, and then for tax purposes. I did that. I went out and I inspected houses, and I measured them up, and I looked to see what kind of condition they were in. I really enjoyed it. And one thing that I did in that business that I learned a lot from was I was able to explain to people why it was a good idea that I went into their house and inspected it and increased the value of their property. I got good at it. And people would show me, the inside of their houses. A lot of people couldn't get in the houses. I could get in the houses. I worked for Motorola Cellular Infrastructure Group for a while. Met a lot of nice people. Learned a lot about the business end of things. Very professional. I was working with, very talented engineers and field service guys. I learned a lot. And I didn't think I was going to, which is where I'm kind of going with this. Maybe if you're only into trance and you want to start playing live, maybe you need to make some compromises. Maybe you should go out there and try to play some hip-hop. And who knows, maybe you'll enjoy it. When I first started DJing, I never thought that I would want to do weddings. I was 13 years old. I was doing roller rinks. I was playing mostly freestyle, pop, and rock. I was into all of those things. Oh man, there's no way I want to go play the hokey pokey at a wedding. Here's the dirty little secret. I like playing weddings. I enjoy them. I enjoy the challenge. I enjoy playing for a diverse group of people. I enjoy getting people from 7 to 70 and giving them all a little something throughout the evening and getting them all out there on the floor at the same time, having a good time. It's called paying dues. You go out, you try things. You do things you don't necessarily want to do, but maybe you need to do them, or it's the only thing that's really available to you to do at all, and you learn something from it, and you get some respect, and you get some experience. It's about paying dues. So that's one piece of advice for you. Go out and just try it. Try playing for your audience. If you get really good and earn the trust of your audience, maybe you can do what Flash does and throw those tunes in from left field and see if they respond. Now sometimes you're going to bomb. I do. Sometimes I bomb. I push them too far. I challenge them too much, and I know when I do. and I go back and I regress and start playing what I was playing before, and maybe try again later with something not as harsh. It's a learning experience. But here's another option for you that I thought I'd share, and I think some of you may really like. There's a bar on the street down here. They're remodeling it right now. And if I go in there on either a Friday or a Saturday night, there's always a DJ in there with turntables. And they're usually spinning like soul and R&B from probably the late 60s, early 70s, real obscure stuff that they found on crate digs. They always beat mix, they're very talented, and they work for beer. But you know what? They're playing what they want to play. Maybe there's a college bar in your area. You could go in there and you can say, hey, look, this is what I enjoy doing. I would like to come in and play. Can I get some beer? Can I get some Coke? Whatever you, Coca-Cola, of course, whatever your vice. Maybe you can go in and start just playing for free just to get an audience. Grandmaster Flash did that. He was playing in parks for free. They weren't getting paid to play in the parks. They were playing in the parks because they wanted an audience. They were paying their dues. They were learning their crowd. They were learning how crowds respond to certain things. Unless you're a superstar DJ or super talented from the gate, you need to pay your dues. So there's just a quick video for you. I hope it helps some of you. If you have any questions, as always, please feel free to ask. Go through the question and answers videos first. You can use the comment section in this video, but try to avoid the emails because the email box gets a little backed up. Practice and enjoy.